Welcome back to the Youth Academy Road to Glory. Happy Sunday afternoon. Hopefully your team won yesterday. As I record this, we are 20 minutes away from kickoff between Cambridge United and Peterborough United. And anyone that knows me or Cambridge knows how big a game that is. So I'm particularly nervous right now, and there may even be some reactions throughout the course of this video to what's actually happening in that game if it coincides with a highlight that we've got going on in the RTG. We're going to start today with Wycombe in the FA Cup. We're going to finish the calendar year and head into January today. Desperately hoping to hold on to some of our best players, of course. We are, unfortunately, after being absolutely robbed yesterday, now out of the Papa John's Trophy. And having lost to Barrow, we've dropped to second in the league table as well. But of course, our future is still very much in our hands. So wins against Stockport, Crewe and Stevenage today could see us at least stay second, if not hopefully go back top of the League 2 table. We will start just by jumping straight into this sim against Wycombe in the FA Cup. This is a replay after the first game was drawn. They're obviously a League 1 side sat mid-table that we were able to compete with, and I was very happy to have competed with them. Kind of gave us a bit of an idea as what to expect next season if we get promoted. Of course, we also played another League 1 side, Barnsley, yesterday in the Papa John's Trophy, and we held our own in that game as well, although they were the better team and on top for most of it. But now we're on top here as Isaac Morris gives us a 1-0 lead. Do drop the video a like, please, lads. I'd very much appreciate it. It genuinely really helps the content. And, of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more. Hopefully have the opportunity to see Cambridge win then. We're in. Golasso! CONNICK! Gives us a 2-0 advantage against Wycombe, and that should be us through now to the next round of the FA Cup. So we may find ourselves coming up against potentially Championship or Premier League opposition for the very first time in the RTG, and that certainly would be a played game to test this squad at an even higher level. Oh, and it's 3 as well! Tom Edwards, let's go! 4, can you believe it? CONNICK at the double. It's another victory to 0 as well for the fan objectives, which we can check again at the end of the episode. But that is going to be us through to the next round of the FA Cup, and absolutely delighted with the level of performance as well. That's top quality from us, and hopefully we get an exciting draw for the third round as we head into the month of January moving forward. Has it been made yet? Not yet. Scout reports come back on Cesar Vega. I'm looking at him at Wimbledon, but we are still wanting to prioritise our own domestic players. You know what I mean. Players through our own youth system. One thing you guys actually did come to me and say in the comment section quite a bit, and I have taken that on board, is with Lavery. He's a centre-back, originally was training him at left-back, or to utilise him at centre-back as well. You guys with many a thumbs-up comment were saying, Ches, he's definitely a CDM. And I agree. I agree. So I'm now retraining him as a CDM, and obviously he's going out on loan as well, and he can come into the squad in the midfield area. He's going to be able to be utilised in a number of different spots, but you quite rightly spotted that he's probably too good on the ball to not put into a midfield position. So into a midfield position he will go, and hopefully into top spot in the league we'll go next with victory against Stockport. They're having a good season on 34 points, so it's not going to be that straightforward. As we're on the way into the first game of the day, I want to say thank you to Ben, Dom and Dara for joining the Patreon. Thank you, each of you, very much indeed. Very much appreciated. Hopefully we can dedicate a victory against Stockport to the 3 of you. Kyle Noyle, former Cambridge man, on the right-hand side of their back 5. Jacob Davenport, former Cambridge man, but from one of my Football Manager saves, not real life, in their midfield. And a top 2 of Woodson and Alauf is very decent indeed. Stockport seems actually quite good. And it's no surprise to see them where they are in the league, given the quality they have in the 11. But let's go and prove that we have more quality. Up we go, please, Kai. Solid header, Mr. CONNICK. Not only have we dubbed Kai as iconic, but in the YouTube... oh, hang on. Let me concentrate. In the YouTube subtitles, when it automatically generates them, every time I've said Kai CONNICK, or 9 times out of 10 that I say Kai CONNICK, it actually dubs it as iconic, which is remarkable. So it's another Real Sociedad type of scenario, but unfortunately we've not only failed their man here, but injured him, and he's going to have to come off. He's their highest rated striker at 66 rated, but unfortunately, he's only managed 7 minutes. Quigley off the bench here for Stockport. We'll tackle him with Austin. Nicely done. Oh, I was trying to work it about, but they put a press on, and it's worked. Collar to Wootton. Wootton! Not far away. Loads of runners looking for the run of Isaac Morris. That's going to fall very kindly for me, and it won't. It will just reach Kai, who's in past the defensive line here. Kai CONNICK has a 5-star weak foot and proves it once again. Kai, the icon CONNICK, does it again. That's his 12th league goal of the season, and he's now the top goal scorer in the entire division. If he can nod it on and then keep the ball going in his stride, we could be in here. Isaac Morris, the angle's against him. He might still just be able to work it enough to find the ball into the back of the net. Nod that inside. Oh, dearie me. That was shite. Davenport, I thought about lunging into that. I didn't need to. Samaras to Edwards. He's on the run there, Kennedy, and he's onside here. Rory Kennedy somehow managed to break their offside trap. Now his finishing stats really low. And he's proved it once again. Come on, mate. Still 20 or so minutes to go. That header is tame again, though. Nothing has threatened Fernandez properly in this game so far. They've created chances, Stockport, but they've not been good enough chances. Into Wootton. Quigley. Oh, it's nicely done. It's a case of who gets there first. And who got there first was Quigley. Squares it to Camps, and Stockport finally have their equalising goal. I'd say it's been coming, but it has been a bit of an even game. Still disappointed to concede, though, because everything else they've created in the game so far has not been of high enough quality. 2 players breaking beyond the line, and, well, that must have been one of the tightest offsides of the season, but onside and buried. Even Rory Kennedy couldn't have missed that. Play's still alive. Very much so. And Callum Camps, who already has one, will not add another. It's to be a 1-1 draw at home against Stockport County. Very nearly able to see through the 1-0 scoreline, but sadly, their late pressure did pay in the end, and they take a point. Up next was Crewe in just 3 days' time. Crewe Alexandra, not far behind us in the table as well. We've got some tough opposition in the league today. The third and final game in the league should be a bit more straightforward, but another 5-back to come up against here. Thankfully, everybody's managed to stay fully fit and recover from the previous game just a few days ago. So under the lights here at Patreon Park, we're at full strength still. Hopefully this time we can come away with the win. Samaras. And Morris takes it in his stride nicely. Kai's in the middle. He's calling for it. Will stand it up. CONNICK with a header. It was decent. To Morris, help around the corner there to Samaras. I see Connor Allen in the middle in some space. He's seen Austin, and then Allen's gone again. Held it up nicely. Little bobble around his feet, but Kai CONNICK holds the ball up well, and Kennedy! Oh, typical, the one time it's on target. It's from a super tight angle, and the keeper makes the save. Rory does have the occasional goal in him. I just wish he was a little bit better at finishing. Come on, Rory, beat your man. Come on, Rory. Rory Kennedy! Misses again! Oh! Please give me a winger that can score regularly. Sambu. He's just evaded the toe of the defender, that. Ishbaka's going to have to deal with the change of direction from the forward man. Now Adebisi's in, and thankfully Ben Jack's there to swing a leg at that and get rid of it. Mitch Backer lunges in there. That's the first time Crewe, of course, has any real concern at the back, but that was genuine concern. They were in there, looking to square the ball in a similar fashion to Stockport, and we could have found ourselves 1-0 down, despite absolutely dominating the game thus far. Keep that in there, Adebisi, and he's going to go for the run around the outside, and he's just got the legs to get away. Saved comfortably enough at the near post by Fernandez. Good positioning there. Forward into Kai CONNICK. Have to use some support, work the ball about, but there are certainly black and white shirts that are available to be found here, and Kai CONNICK's in, and he finds Rory Kennedy, who eventually does have his goal. Straight at the keeper, but the shot power too much, and at last, at long last, Rory Kennedy gives us a goal. He does have a torso as well. It's not just legs and a face. But, I mean, everybody's having a bit of a battle there. Kai, back here to Samaras. Samaras does have a decent effort on him. And it is to be a corner. Adebisi picks up a yellow card for the tangle with Isaac Morris earlier on. Can we get ourselves a second goal here? Back us up! And doing a forward flip in the process. But, unfortunately, it's not a forward flip in celebration of scoring a goal. Keeper makes the save. Well in, Austin. That might be the challenge. That seals the game for us. Jensen Glover has runners arriving. Can't find anyone, but doesn't need to. A single goal to nil victory for AFC Chesnoid against Crewe Alexandra. That will ensure that we stay second for now. And depending on what's happened at the top, we might just have gone back to the head of the pile. We're actually down to third, but only because we've played a game less than the others around us. Playing on the Sunday now against Stevenage. So if we win this game, we will go top on New Year's Eve. That'll be a hell of a party. Stevenage's starting lineup is pretty strong as well. They're having a great season in real life, challenging for promotion out of League 2 up to League 1 in the playoffs. In this save, they're not quite as strong. It's another 5-back though, so we'll have our work cut out again to find a way through. But if we do get victory in this game, we will go top. We're playing on the Sunday. And the way other fixtures have gone on the Saturday, we're 2 points behind top spot. So win this and we will go to the head of the table on New Year's Eve. So it would be one heck of a party back at Patreon Park if we can get victory here away from home against Stevenage. Just going to squeeze that to Evans. Morris got crunched. Oh, Kennedy! Good shot, well saved. Evans, though, no opening goal yet. Left him on the floor. Iconic down the line. It's not going to be beating the defender, but here's Samaras. Off the bar. Morris was onside, I think. Indeed he was. We take the lead. Samaras unlucky not to have given us the advantage himself with a fantastic effort, but Morris reacts quickest, and that is us maybe going top for the new year. Worthy of a replay, I'm sure. Samaras picks it up. Effort is really well struck. Morris's chest control and then finishing the same motion before the ball hits the floor is very nicely done. Keeper, absolutely no chance, really. Evans and Kai make the right run, play the right pass, find the right skill move, beat the man, and draw the save out of the keeper. Kai could have given us the second goal for just the first time today. We're not prolific. Oh, dearie me. We're not prolific this afternoon, but we're really not far away from scoring a couple of great goals. I think he's just offside there, but play continues. He must have just been on. The left back bags for the first time in his AFC Chesnoid career, and for the first time today, we have scored 2 goals in a played game. Got a bit carried away. I thought we'd scored all of our goals in the one against Wickham at the beginning of the day, but Boyle bags. Have a look at a replay. Great angle for it, and he's just onside. I think it's Van Kooten in the middle. Drops slightly as the pass is played. We've a 2-goal advantage for the first time in the 3 played games today. And surely now we're going top of League 2. His first goal in 24 games. You love to see it. Castro's gone again. Castro might go all the way. Oh, surely. 3! Yeah, we're winning now. And Stevenage are falling apart. It shows the quality, though, doesn't it? Between those teams challenging for promotion and those in mid-table. Both of our first 2 opponents today, really difficult to break down in the League 2 games. And we only just managed to get the win in one. And only just managed to get a draw in the first. But now playing a side that are mid-table. And you can see the difference. So when we step up to League 1 next year, which surely we will do now, it's going to be another level yet again. And we saw how good Barnsley were against us in yesterday's episode. So the challenge with these sliders is going to continually get more and more difficult the higher up the divisions we go, which is exactly what we wanted from these slider settings. No longer can any team play like Prime Barcelona. The better the team, the better they play. The worse the team, the worse they play. It is a lot more realistic now with this slider set. And Stanley Evans is going to look for a fourth, but he won't find one. CONNICK, however, will find Castro. They still can't find the fourth. I can't believe I haven't scored there. Goal! Harrison dunk! Cambridge lead in the 45th +2! Let's go! Yes! Come on! Talk about a dominant first half. AFC Chesnoid 3, Stevenage 0. 11 shots to their none. XG of 3.4. Absolutely dominant performance here. Huge result to send us top of the table. Undoubtedly, there's no way, surely, we can see 3 goals in this second half when Stevenage haven't even had a single shot. Yes, there was a voice crack in there. Yes, my voice is going a little bit because I just had a little bit of a wild celebration. But Cambridge United taking a 1-0 first half stoppage time lead against rivals Peterborough United IRL. So, do forgive me. I'm sure you understand. Bloody hell. Just kept going. Now he's out of position though. That's annoying. Patterson has beaten Ben Jack as well. Oh, it's a lovely ball. Oh, and it's gone through the keeper's legs. Stevenage have won back. Just 8 minutes into the second half. Into Reeves. Patterson. And List. Allen just bumped off it there. And Schofield's touch is poor. Oh my God, how lucky does Stevenage want to bloody get? 3-2 now in this second half. And that was so fortunate. There, the pass is weird. Schofield's touch is awful. That deflection falls straight back to the other Stevenage man. Bloody hell. Oh my God. Oh, well in Boyle. Still, it falls kindly for them. Well in Boyle again. Get out. So lucky, Stevenage, to get that second goal. Their overall play doesn't deserve it. Did notice there that CONNICK was carrying an injury symbol, so I do desperately hope he's not hurt longer term, because if he is, that's significantly going to hurt our promotion attempt. Elliot List is in behind here. Thankfully, that's not going to threaten the goal. We're going to win by 3-2 away from home against, at the Lamex against Stevenage. A little bit more nervy than it need be in that second half, but Stevenage still only with like 4 shots in the whole game as it happens. 2 of them went in. But we will head into January now and at least have those youth scout reports come back. And then we'll wait and see what happens in the transfer window, if anything. There's nothing there. That could potentially be something with Logan Brown. Aidan McDonald as well. Why is everybody that could be a striker that comes back for me? 5'9". With the pace, I'll probably make him a winger, but his crossing is better than the majority of the other stats. Let's make him a winger. And then Logan Brown. Finishing of 68, 5'10". He's a little bit taller. He's probably a striker though, isn't he? He's got some pace too. 4 weeks to striker. Okay. We might have a Scottish striker on our hands there at 5'10". 5'9" is not, like, I know it's only an inch, but just mentally 5'10" makes a little bit more sense than 5'9". I don't know why. Now, we have players that are decent in almost every area now. So I'm going to look for physically strong with Austin Groves to try and find strikers, because they apparently come through physically strong. But the others, I'm just going to search for any now. I feel like we're in a position where we've got enough potential options in every position that now it's just a case of, doesn't matter where they play, if they're good enough, they're good enough. So we looked specifically to help boost the squad in certain areas. Now we feel like the squad is pretty decent in most areas, so we'll be fine. We've got Salford in the FA Cup round of 64, which is certainly a winnable tie in the 3rd round of the competition. And we are top of the table by a point from Cambridge, by 2 from Port Vale, and by 3 from Bolton, and by 4 from Leyton Orient. But as you see there, Salford are 6th in the division, so definitely a side that could cause us some problems in the FA Cup. Even though it's a favourable draw, it's not an easy draw. And with Port Vale to come in the next month as well, things are going to get a little bit tasty as we move through January. Not sure. I think we'll play Salford in the Cup. If we beat them and get another round in the FA Cup, we may actually split January into 2, the same way we did with December. But we'll play that one by ear For now, though, I'm not looking to buy anyone in January, certainly. I'm obviously not looking to sell anyone, but we might have a couple of other young players we might look to send on loan. Generally speaking, everything looks very, very rosy right now for AFC Chesnoid for the rest of this League 2 season, and we should be in a very decent position to maybe not challenge for promotion in League 1 next year, but certainly I don't think relegation will be a threat. We'll see what happens. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll see how January develops.